So I'm going to ask you right now, what is the first thing you think of when you think of EXP? Because I know there is a huge stigma out there about the agents. All they want to do is recruit for money. The articles talking about EXP's an MLM, right? Well, why did I decide to drink the Kool-Aid and shut down my brokerage to join EXP? Let's go. All right, what is going on, you guys? Your host, Pete Sweeney here, always talking about the future for real estate brokerage. Do me a quick favor, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and the little notification bell. That way you're notified every single time I put in a new video. I'm always kind of covering these videos in regards to, from a brokerage owner's perspective, joining on to EXP and kind of what I see and why I think it's a great choice for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Why did I decide to close my real estate brokerage and join on with EXP? Well, if you kind of watch a few of my other videos, you know that it wasn't the easiest of choices. It was a very long, drawn-out decision that I decided to make, and I truly believe, as I always mention, that there's a right time and place for everything, and I think that's what this was. I think it was one of those things that I was approached back in 2019 in regards to bring my entire brokerage over to EXP. I was a stubborn ass. I said, hell no, I am not going to do that. I know what you guys are all about. Probably the very same things that you guys are thinking about whenever you're approached by EXP. And it was just, I feel like it just wasn't the right time. Although now I kind of look at the benefits I have. If I'd have joined back then with the agents that I had, that would have been amazing, but it would have been right, and I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. I wouldn't be on video right now, to be honest with you, if I had joined back in 2019. Well, actually, I'm not going to say that. From the business sense of where I was at then to now, I don't think I'd be doing video the same way that I am today. So why did I decide to close my brokerage? Biggest thing is retention. I had a brokerage. We had a great product. I feel like we had different like profit sharing. You know, if you decide to bring an agent on and kind of bring them, you know, from here to here, you're going to get rewarded for that from, you know, for the life of the agent as long as they're with us. We had a great system in place. We had great CRMs. We had great transaction softwares. We had great marketing. We spent a ton of money rebranding ourselves completely. And then not only that, not only did we rebrand ourselves as a brokerage, we also went out on a limb and helped all of our teams, because we are a team-based brokerage, rebrand themselves too. We offered a product that was so superior to everyone else that we kind of saw, and that was this vision that I kind of had for the mindset. But what killed it was the retention. And so what happened is we brought these agents and we made them awesome. Like, I remember I had this one agent who, you know, before she started her team, she came to me, she was thinking about getting her appraisals license because she wasn't doing enough business. Guess what? We brought her from here to there. I had this other agent, same thing. They were heavily invested in Zillow. They're like, I don't know how we're going to afford this next month. I don't know. We don't have enough money. Not enough money's coming in. Through kind of helping them out, here to here. But here's the problem: is when you have that mindset of, okay, I'm here. I feel like your brokerage has a ceiling, and I've reached that ceiling. I could go out and do this on my own now. And so that was the biggest problem that we had in regards to retention. And we just had agents or our teams who decided to go out and start their own thing. We always kind of approach the mindset of our agents and of our teams as a leader. So the main thing that we kind of always did is we approach it with a leadership mindset. You're not just an agent, you're a leader. And you need to sit here and make sure that you were leading other agents, that you are inspiring other agents. Well, what happens when you build a leader? They always are like, oh, I can do this and I'll go do it elsewhere. So retention was the biggest reason that I decided to close down my brokerage. Now, I'm sure you're kind of asking, okay, you close down your brokerage. Why EXP? Like I said, I was approached back in 2019. Everything happens for a reason. 2020, actually it was 2020 coming on. I was literally, okay, I'm going to throw you a backstory right now. I was in the shower. I was kind of down in the dumps because I just lost another one of my top teams, kind of going elsewhere. COVID was happening in 2020, so you know how a lot of us were kind of like, man, this is downtime right now. Anyways, listen to a podcast, Joshua Smith, GSD Mode. Heard these two guys come on, and kind of what they were saying made so much sense to me, and I feel like I related to them so much. They were one of the top teams in the Denver area. That's where I'm located. And I was like, God, who are these guys? I have to know who they are. I got to sit down with them. I got to talk to them. Come to find out, they're with EXP. Now, this is when I kind of initially always wanted to check back into EXP after 2019. I was like, I want to look back at it. Maybe I didn't give it enough of a chance. Maybe I stonewalled it so fast that I didn't give the opportunity to kind of reveal itself truly to me, which 100% is what it was. Anyways, after I found out they're about EXP, I felt like it was almost like a godsend. I was like, oh my God, this is a sign that something, I need to dig a little bit further into what this thing EXP is. So I had a great Zoom call with them, and it was, it was really good. I felt great about the call, but I still wasn't sold on it. Because EXP, guys, how many times have you been approached, if you're not a part of EXP, hey, guess what? You recruit agents, you make money, they have stock options, this and that, and so you always get that, you're like, it's all tangible stuff. I don't get sold off tangible stuff. I get sold off the intangible. Where is the teamwork? Where is the collaboration, the camaraderie? And that's what I was really looking for. That's what I kind of saw when I heard these two guys on Joshua Smith, but I still wasn't sold over to it yet. And I kind of talked about this, kind of why shut down or being a brokerage owner, moved over to EXP. Very similar video, kind of reiterating a little bit where that wasn't what sold me. What sold me was talking to their upline and then hearing further about the rest of the upline. Here's the thing, guys. I will tell you right now that I am not the best real estate agent out there. I am not the one. I mean, there are so many agents out there great about buyer gifts, about doing all the back calls, make sure you follow up with your clients. I am truly motivated by inspiring, by collaborating, by the camaraderie with other agents. That is my true inspiration. When I mentor agents to become this to this or growing a lifestyle that they want, that is my true passion. That's kind of why this channel was started, is because I love doing that. There are so many pinnacle people in my life just by simple words, or it might have even been a failure or someone saying bad to me that completely changed my view on things, and it ended up making me better. I want to do that more for other people as well too. I saw that I could do that in EXP. Why? It's because I saw the collaboration, the camaraderie, the stuff that I always talk about in regards to EXP. I am not going to tell you about all the profit sharing and the I don't even know, but the stock thing, I'm really not too involved in that yet, just because I really haven't really looked into it. I seriously was just intrigued by the amount of collaboration, camaraderie I saw from the people that surrounded me. And we're talking about, guys, top agents in the country who were a phone call away, and they answered my phone call. I couldn't believe it. Like when I first called up Jackson Wilkie and Jesse Dow, I was like, holy shit, one ring, there we go. And I'm talking to them. We're talking about some of the top YouTube agents in the country. They're even doing YouTube around the world. This is insane, guys. And it blew my mind, because going back to like my days when I was an agent, wanting to become a commercial agent, they wouldn't give me the time of day. How many times do you hear about, or maybe you've experienced that part where agents just, all they care about is themselves. They don't care about growing you. And so the EXP mindset, there is a true, we're in this as together mindset that I haven't seen elsewhere. Believe me, Keller Williams was another one that wanted to bring our entire brokerage over to them, but it just still wasn't there. It was all about the numbers. Everything was about the numbers. We want you to do as many numbers as possible for us. There wasn't that, what do you want to do in real estate? How can we help you build it in your mindset of what you want to do, the lifestyle you want to create, your idea of what you have. I've always kind of had this idea about YouTube, no idea how to do it. And I've talked to a lot of people who thought they were experts on YouTube, and it didn't take until me kind of coming over to EXP, talking to the right people who are doing the right things in YouTube to realize, yeah, this is where I want to be. So, all right. Maybe YouTube's not for you, YouTube was for me, but in that upline, what they do is, in the upline is you have a sponsor, right? So when you decide to come over to EXP, you have a person that sponsors you, and that is your first line in your upline. Your upline is pretty much, okay, that person that recruited you, that's the next person up there. I know, it sounds like a freaking MLM, but it's not. It's so much different, guys. It's all about the fact that you have access to all those resources to everyone above you. All right, so it's like Jesse Dow, he was right above the two guys that initially I talked to, and above him, they got Chuck Fazio up there. They got all kinds of different guys that you could talk to. Chuck Fazio, he owned one of the largest independent brokerages in the United States, and decided to come over to EXP. There's got to be something to be said about that, right? Someone to close their entire brokerage to come over to EXP. EXP is just, they're so focused on agents leading the way for the brokerage, whereas opposed to these other larger brokerages. I don't want to name call anyone out there or anything, but you have these franchise models, and all it's about is the numbers, just making so much money. But be honest with me. Be honest with yourself. How much money is it really going to buy you fulfillment in life? You have to be prosperous and fulfilled at the same time, which is possible, but I feel like the mindset these brokerages are all worried about is the numbers. Do as many numbers as possible. Get up there and, make as much in commissions as possible. But does that make any sense when your wife's always pissed off at you because you're never home for dinner? Or your kids don't even know who the hell their dad is, or their mom is, or anyone is, because you're never home? I mean, just think about it. So my mindset was always build a fulfilled life. Yes, EXP has those different avenues, the revenue sharing. You got the stocks. Like I said, my mindset was I wanted to dive in hardcore into the whole YouTube thing, into the collaboration, because I do still mentor some agents under EXP, which is another thing too. It's like you have different areas that you could bring in money as well too. And it's not just about being an agent, right? And they offer up so many resources for you to be able to do those different things. They got relocation classes where you become a certified relocation expert with EXP. So you have all these different avenues, but it's not about making the most amount of money for me. It's about building the fulfillment of the lifestyle that I want. That's what it is. It's all about, to make sure that I'm not constantly working hardcore all the time, missing that time with my kids, that my weekends I could go out and, we could take trips. So that's what it's really all about. And that's why I decided to choose EXP. So thanks for watching this video, you guys. I'm going to throw my phone number in down below if you're going to have any questions. My email is going to follow right after. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and that notification bell. Until next time, we'll see ya. Bye.